Welcome all of you to EcoVision Academy's 20 days Noob to Pro in Advanced Excel series. In this series, we are going to make you a pro from a noob in Advanced Excel in just 20 days. In today's assignment, we are going to look after the nested if modeling, decision tree using if and decision tree using if and or. So here you can see the data set where we have the data of multiple students, their marks, their attendance percentage, their assignment submission status, that whether they have submitted the assignment or not, and the result. Now we have to create this result on the basis of if condition, or more precisely we can say that we have to create this result column on the basis of the nested if condition. So for that I am going to start the nested if model, and our goal will be to provide the framework in this way. If the marks are more than 80, it will be distinction. If the marks are more than 60, it will be first division. If the marks are more than 40, it will be pass. And the result will be fail if the marks are less than 40, that depicts otherwise. So for that we are going to start our if loop or if condition. So we are going to call if equal if. Then we are going to use our logical test. What will be our logical test? Our logical test is basically our first condition. And what is our first condition? Our first condition is that if the marks are more than 80, if the marks are more than 80, then it will be distinction. This is our first condition. Our marks are starting from which cell? The marks are starting from the cell number B2. So we have to select the cell B2 and then provide the condition that the number should be greater than equals 80. If it is true, what value should be shown? I am giving a comma. Now we have to provide value if true, that depicts the value. If the value is true, what will be shown? That means if the cell contains the value more than 80, what will be the result shown? The result should be distinction. So we have to write distinction within double quote here. Distinction. Okay. After giving comma, I am going to provide another if. I am using another if function. Why? Because I have to provide this second condition, that the marks are greater than 60, then the first division will be shown. So that's why I am providing another if function. Now as you can see, I have already started a if function. An if function was already started here, and I haven't ended that if function. Within that if function, I am loading another if function. Within the if function that was started earlier, I am loading another if function. So this is basically if within a if function loaded within another if function. That's why it is called nested if. I hope you are getting the idea properly now. Why is it called nested if? Because we are loading an if function within an if function. That's why it is called nested if. So what condition should be provided within this if function? The condition should be that the marks should be greater than 60. So I am again selecting the cell that is containing the first value of the marks, that is B2. Then the condition that is greater than equals to 60. And what result should be shown? If the condition is satisfied, the result should be shown as first division. So we have to put the first division within um, double quote. Yeah. Now I am starting another if. Why? Because I have to provide the third condition as well, that if the marks are more than 40, then we should show the result as pass. So for that I am actually applying another if, and the ifs that we are starting, the if that I have started in the beginning, and even if the if that we have started in the second part, we haven't ended any of that if. We haven't closed or ended any of those if. That's why these are nested if. Okay. So what is the condition? If the result is more than uh, 40, the student is pass, and after giving a comma, yeah, uh, otherwise fail. So otherwise I don't have to mention anything. Okay, the last value for the last condition, you don't have to mention any if, you don't have to mention any other function. You have to just write what will be shown if all of these conditions are not executed. If all of these conditions are not satisfied, that means if this b2 is not greater than 80, not greater than 60, not greater than 40, what should we see? In that case, we should see the result should be fail. So you have to just write fail at the end. So now how many if conditions were provided? First, here second, here third. So we have started third, three if. We have started three if, or three functions of if. So we have to provide, we have to end three if. We have to end three brackets. We have to provide three closing brackets to close the three conditions of if that we have provided earlier. Now if I enter it, you will find that the status of the result will be provided if you have to drag down it to see the result. In this way, you can see the result of all of the students with the help of nested if model or with the help of nested if function. Now, I want to create this. I want to create a decision tree using if and AND. If plus AND. What is our goal here? Our goal is to see the condition of the students, but on the basis of their marks, and on the basis of their attendance, and on the basis of their assignment. Here, if the student passes, only when the marks are more than 40, the attendance are more than 75, and the assignment is yes, only we will consider that the student is passing the exam. Otherwise we will say that the student is not passing the exam. Okay, so here the result will be not declared on the basis of their marks, but it will be declared on the basis of their attendance and on the basis of their assignment also. So here the student must not only score good marks, but also the student has to attend the classes regularly, and also the student has to complete the assignment. So we are going to start this with the help of if plus AND. Okay, so at first I am using the if condition, and within if we are going to provide AND, but I will provide this AND later on. Now what do we want? We want that the student should get the marks more than 40, attendance more than 75, and assignment yes. That is what we want. So what do we want? We want the marks to be more than 40, right? What else do we want?